We're in downtown Chicago, home of WGN Radio. Hi, I'm Kirk Harnack for the Telos Alliance. Let's talk to Bill Murdoch about the Infinity IP intercom from Telos.
So when we moved from the Trib Tower, we got the Telos Infinity intercom system, and we ended up becoming client number 1, and we've got serial number 1 of the Telos Infinity system, and since we put it in, we haven't looked back.
It's an Infinity system to communicate with our hosts, obviously, but the real benefit for us is to be able to individually discuss or throw things in the ears of our guests in position. And it helps a lot because we have some celebrities who come in, or we have people who are nervous around a microphone, and I can get real quiet in their ear and tell them, hey, just get a little closer on that microphone so we can hear you. And it doesn't disrupt anything, and it makes it very smooth, especially since a lot of what we do is also on camera, so then I'm not running in there trying to adjust and getting in on a shot. So it helps a lot in that regard.
The thing that the talent really likes and the producers really like is the ability to see who called you. Because in our previous system, you had no idea who called, and one of the biggest features that everybody loves is the last call button. This is the button, at least you know who called you last. So, and then the way we could program it with different colored buttons, it was really easy to program the panels for exactly the layout we wanted. We were also able to integrate it with our VX phone system. So, Joe Talbot over at Telos said, Bill, you shouldn't have POTS lines anymore for intercoms. I'm like, come on, Joe. I'm a POTS lines kind of guy. He says, no. When you see how this intercom works with the way we do intercoms out at remotes, he says, you'll never go back. And no, we haven't gone back. Yeah, the people will call, they'll be at the remote site, they'll call in into the VX, and that directly talks to the intercom. You can hit a button on the Telos Infinity. You can talk right back to the remote and they can hear you, and it's great. We use it for Blackhawks, Northwestern, we use it for our remotes, and because the engineer on this end would talk to the producer on the other end.
The Infinity Telos system is great for us because I can talk to pretty much anybody in our team who's not necessarily based in this studio, because we've got traffic reporters in another booth, I've got a sports anchor in another booth, a news anchor in another place, I've got an imaging guy who's in another spot, I've got a video guy who's in another spot, and so I can pinpoint and pick to each one of them and say, hey, listen, I need to get this, or hey, I just heard something great on here, something you can use. For us, that versatility is really key.
It's very easy for people out in the field to be able to call into the intercom system. All they need to do is take their regular phone and dial it up, and it connects, and you can talk right from the Telos Infinity right to their phone. One of the other big advantages is the audio over IP and how it's networked together, and we're able to use the same switches that our VX system is on, and it's only one rack unit. So in the rack room, or in master control, it's just one rack unit. So you plug it in, it goes, it's not a whole rack full of stuff. I mean, even for a little station, it's very expandable. So you can start with a couple of panels, or 3 panels, or 5 panels or something, and go up. I mean, we've got 22 panels. We looked at other systems, and some of the other systems had card cages and mainframes, and with those frames, it was a lot more difficult to expand. And with this system, it's just a matter of ordering another one single rack unit device, and the Infinity can get bigger as you get bigger. Even if you don't think you need an intercom, they're great. It would make your station a lot more efficient, make things run better, and let people talk to each other and not end up on the air. Good to have. And we're really happy with the Telos Infinity intercom. So it's worked very well for us, and we like the expandability of it, and we like how it runs together. It's the IP-based system. It makes everything run better, and the integration with the VX phone system is great, and so it's a good system.
Thanks to Jeff and Bill for letting us in on the IP intercom at WGN Radio, the Telos Infinity IP intercom. In Chicago, I'm Kirk Harnack for the Telos Alliance.